So anyway, I had that talk with King. And you remember in that video I said, hey King, it's gonna get hard for you, bro. I'm not finna be, it kind of make me emotional to talk about this shit because I done helped everybody, like I done tried to help so many people like that turned around and stabbed me in my back, or everybody that with, like, it's probably like 7 people that I cut off, all of them kicking with each other now. All of them cool, as if, I don't know, that part, we ain't even finna go there. I'm strictly talking about this child, this 11, 12-year-old child. This is what I'm talking about. I got to the point where I felt like I was exploiting King. I felt like I knew I wasn't, but at the same time, I was trying to let him have fun.
Sorry I had to bring this to y'all for Christmas Eve. I just want to let y'all know, man, I got away from him, man. He was abusive. He wasn't giving me nothing. He said he gave me $5,000 every week. That's a lie. I never got nothing every week. I get $1,000. He give me $1,000 just to here and there. I never made my own money with him. Like when I was with this, I made $100,000 with Hustle. I've been with Hustle for 3 days. I done made $100,000 already. I ain't got to show that to y'all. I ain't gonna show y'all nothing. Y'all ain't got to worry about that, but y'all gonna see me pop out. But man, all the stuff that he's doing, I did that. Those pills are fake, and that is a BB gun. That is cap, man. And I hate that the image that he making and trying to make it seem like this, but everything he's saying is not real. I just had to bring this to y'all for CPS try to do something or anything. He was with me, giving to me. Man, he tote guns around him. They don't supposed to have guns around him. Sugar, she be having guns.
What's up, y'all? Let's get straight into it. First and foremost, I hope everyone had a very beautiful Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. May God be with you. Second of all, it's the day after Christmas. I'm still celebrating. And this is Coca-Cola Classic that I have in this glass. Just to keep that in mind. I hardly ever drink, as it is, I hardly ever drink sodas. I mostly drink water and juices. And when I do drink soda, it tends to be around the holidays. So I'm enjoying this, some good old Coca-Cola Classic. Now, what we have here is a classic argument between two parties. Finesse2tymes and FNG King. The most crazy part about this story is, as y'all know, I had high hopes for Finesse2tymes when he first got out of prison. On his song, Get Even, and I was impressed by the bars the brother had. It didn't seem like he was doing any dissing. He wasn't going to get out and put himself in any type of negativity. He was just going to focus on the bag. Wow, was I wrong. I was dead wrong with that shit. And y'all know the Black P.O.E, I do not mind telling y'all over here when I am wrong. And in this situation, it seems like I'm not the only one that was wrong. Finesse2tymes is wrong. And he can never be right in this situation. Why is that, Black P.O.E? I did some research before I did this video. Finesse2tymes is 32 years old. FNG King is 11 years old. How can a grown man ever win an argument when he's arguing with a child? Grown men and grown women do not argue with children. Finesse2tymes is having a real live beef with a 11-year-old. That is a child. I don't give a damn how long he's been, quote unquote, in the streets, how hip he is to the game, gambling, smoking, popping, whatever he's doing. He's a misguided child. And Finesse, the first place you went wrong was trying to take him under your wing and show him the ropes of street life. The same demonic energy and demonic realm that got you put in the penitentiary is what you decided to subject FNG King to. That's where you first went wrong. You also stated that when King was with you, he was not doing any smoking, gambling, or any of that, right? At least that's what you told your probation officer. At least that's what you told your probation officer, right? Well, that too was a lie. Because then you turned right around and contradicted yourself and stated, I had no business subjecting King to the clubs and all the rest of my extracurricular activities, including having him around smoke. And you know what I'm talking about. So that was a contradiction. You did have him around all that bullshit. Straight up. So at this point, you have created a monster. You enabled bad activity and bad behavior from when you first acquired King. And this shit is so weird, that is not your son. Yes, your argument will be you were trying to change this young man's life. You felt like he would be unalive or on his way to a jail cell if you did not intercede in his situation. I don't believe that. I believe some of that is true, but a lot of it's true is that you was exploiting him. You saw opportunity to not only get him paid, but get yourself paid as well. You trying to create, looks like a hood Bow Wow, and it backfired. And they telling all your secrets. That was your second mistake. Why would you ever tell that much information to a child? I'm waiting. It doesn't sound like King is lying about Finesse2tymes lying to J. Prince Jr. about the jewelry being stolen. He melting it down and making a bracelet. That doesn't sound like a lie. But then again, I've caught King in some lies. He accused Finesse2tymes of being 40 years old. Finesse is 32, not 40. So that's a lie. You knew that man's age. And what type of loyalty did you ever have to him, spilling all his information out there? That ain't gangster, that ain't street. But Finesse2tymes, you would never ever win going up against a child. And this is something else you stated that I felt was a lie. You said you didn't know any better on how you was raising King. And once you realized how you was raising him was wrong, then you try to correct that behavior. That's a lie. He has 3 children of his own, Finesse2tymes. And the question I have for him, were you raising any of your 3 children the exact same way you was raising King? If the answer is no, that means you knew better. You wouldn't allow your kids to be raised like that. But for King, for exploitation, for profit, and to so-called help him develop as a street leader, cat, whatever, we're talking about 11-year-old. How disgusting is that? But anyway, you was wrong. If you're not raising that young man the same way you was raising your children, you were wrong. So you did know better. And here's the nail in the coffin. And he admitted it. Finesse2tymes stated that conversation he had with King on live, on social media for the world to see, trying to get King to stop gambling and the other extracurricular activities that he was participating in that demonic realm. Once you try to get him to stop that, that's when he ran off on you. That's when he ran away. Well, Finesse2tymes failed to realize that the final time he tried to exploit King, King wasn't having it. Maybe Finesse2tymes has been gone too long. Nah, fuck that. I don't believe that either. He knows the power of social media, this camera, and what it brings, and what views brings, and what going viral means. He was trying to create a viral moment. Look at me. I'm the ultimate father figure. I'm gonna get King to straighten out. I'm gonna get him to go to school. If you were sincere, if you really love that young man, did you ever love that young man like he was your son? And it was no love there, you had no business being in the situation in the first place. But if you actually love this young man like your son, cared about his well-being, you would not have had that conversation on camera. That'd have been a conversation between you and that young man. Confidentiality. You embarrassed the shit out of him in front of the entire world. So instead of trying to get him to read and not be illiterate at 11 years old, you had him in the club. You had him surrounded by promiscuous women. You had him in that demonic realm. And you wonder why it's backfiring. Listen, Finesse. Some grown man shit to do at this time is to stand down when it comes to 11-year-old. He's a child. He knows no better. And you should have known that. I don't give a damn how long King had been in the streets and how so-called advanced he is. You've admitted yourself how smart he is. At this point, it looks like 11-year-old is outsmarting you and got you looking like an ass out here. But the thing to do, again, in this time, this day and age, is to stand down and stop arguing with a child. And before I get out of here, I just want to remind everybody that we will be starting our book club, getting it cranked back up. Shout out again to Ayo Conseco from the Real Big Fast Podcast for suggesting this book, The Spook Who Sat by the Door, as our latest read. Again, you have until Saturday, which should be December the 28th, to get the book. That's when we're going to start reading the introduction and chapters 1, 2, and 3. So make sure you take care of that. We're going to have a good time with that. Get ready. Get your popcorn ready. It's going down. We got a lot of things to cover before we get out of here for 2024. And I'm going to cover a lot of things when I come back to y'all. And I might drop something tomorrow. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. My goodness, boy, I got so much stuff going on right now, especially when I'm outside. I just love having the free air and the beautiful weather. I got my dog over here farting. They're doing construction behind me, cars going by, but I love it. I'd rather do all my shows out here and be outside with it. But thank you for tuning in. God bless. One team.